Hey guys, welcome back. Build it big with City Skylines. This is episode 16. I'm Enigmius, and today we need to do something about our residential area because it would appear that industrial and commercial kind of share the workforce amongst one another. So if commercial is high and you zone a bunch of commercial, the industrial demand will decrease. But then you end up with something like this, where buildings are abandoned on account of a complete lack of workers, apparently. You can see this guy, he's got no workers. He's going to be abandoning his building soon. It's like an epidemic. Elsewhere in the city, we're doing very well. We're booming. The population is increasing. We're making tax revenue. We're able to grow the city. But then you come over here, and it's like, wow, look at all this craziness. So, oops, I just got a building that was doing okay. It's not like there's a shortage of places for him to relocate to. That's enough. So I had to clear it out a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand the residential because residential has the demand. And then we're going to look at building the bridges. Actually, let's do the bridges first. Let's see. I think it'll be a fairly straightforward process. What if we did along here kind of an arterial sort of thing by upgrading the roads. We want to do, no, that's ugly. 6 lane. No, that's highway. That's 4 lane. Let's do 6 lane with decorative grass. And we're going to bring it from here. This could be catastrophic for the houses along this route. But there's not much that can be done. Wait, no. We want upgrade. Blam, look at all these places just getting wiped out. They'll pop back up. That's it's okay. How are we looking? We're gonna have to move our water pumping station, I think. This space is already occupied because we've got a park there. So maybe we'll just go like that. And then kind of want to do straight for the bridge. Oh, look at that. Can we elevate it a little? That looks pretty snazzy. Oh, I was going to tilt it to have a better look at what it was going to look like because we elevated it on this side. But what I want to know is that appropriate or does it look like it's going up a hill when we could go down? Yeah, that's too bad. I was kind of liking the elevation look. So we're going to have this, I guess like that is perfectly fine. So that'll be our first bridge across into the new area, and then our second one will be here, and that should be cool. Is that? Yeah. See, that would have been a good one to elevate, I think, but it's too late now. And what we'll do is we'll run this straight out. Snapping. We want to keep it kind of straight. There, and then possibly at some point we'll connect it up out that way. I think that would make sense. But for now, we've got all of this space we can devote to residential. The ever-increasing demand for residential. Now, we're going to have to bust a few more heads to get this whole thing working. Or are we? Let's do the 4 lane with trees. No, well, yeah, we'll do this one. We'll try it. And we are on straight snapping. Let's turn it to curve. Snapping off. We want to make sure that we're leaving enough room for the actual houses themselves. Blam. Just like that. And then let's carry it right the way through. We'll just make sure that it's going to behave. That looks pretty good. That's not our typical setup, but I think it's going to be a pretty decent one for now. And then what we could do is we could take and have a one-way road with grass, because why not? And that's the worst part, is when it refuses to bend the way you would expect a road like that to look. See, that's what I expect. I expect that sort of bend in towards, so it's a nice smooth sort of circle or quarter circle going that way, but it never wants to do that. It hates us. I don't want to spend too much time fighting with this, because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to lose. So, there we go. So we got a bit of an intersection there that maybe we didn't necessarily want, but again, we're avoiding the need to stop and then turn right and go. They can just kind of go and merge in some cases. Not necessarily all, but some. And some is good enough. And then here, I think we're going to run the same kind of deal. But grow the city, I know. Stop popping up stuff in front of my menus. I will say horrible things about your mother. What do we got here? 6-lane roads. Let's do 6-lane road with grass. And we'll do it from here. And we got some straight. It's going to be fine for this kind of shenanigan. Let's set it up. That's straight. It doesn't look like it relative to that one, but it looks like it relative to how it's lining up the zoning down in this corner. So that's kind of why we did it that way. We're going to lose a little bit here, but we had to follow the territory line, and that's okay. And now we're going to do another 6-lane with grass. Yes. And we'll start here. And this one we're going to go curved. Is it gonna let us do that? I don't think it will. I don't think it will at all. We'll start here then, and this time we'll do straight. We're snapping. Wow, that's what straight was snapping looks like. Oh my god, what the hell? That is not straight. How can you call that straight? That's just ludicrous. That's a bit closer to straight. And there. That's a reasonable start, I think. It's not fantastic, but given what we're trying to do is, I want to turn this into high-density residential, and we're going to have our usual crazy intersections going around and sort of through with the X's and the Y's and all that other stuff to fill in all of this area with residential. But before I do that, I want to make sure that we're going to be able to handle all the traffic. So that's basically what I'm focusing on now, or trying to focus on now. Am I going to be... I don't think I'm going to be able to connect that at all. What if we move it back and say, if we wanted to connect it, how would that look? And it says it wouldn't look like anything because we're not going to let you do it. That's not nice at all. Let's set up this guy, maybe. No? Nope. He's not having any of it. That worked nicely though, for once. And what about this one? You gonna work? Oh, that one worked very nicely indeed. It's almost turning it into its own traffic circle if it's, if it wasn't a little bit more of a circle. Look at this. Disaster. It worked up there, but it won't work down here, and I think it might be because it's not quite straight. It's not quite the 90-degree angle that we were aiming for. And I have to ask myself, do I want to fix that? And the answer is yeah. Actually, the answer is not necessarily yeah, so much as I don't want to leave it. So it kind of becomes yeah out of necessity. Grass, straight, no clipping. And then we'll look very closely as we adjust. I'm pretty sure that's exactly where it was the last time, and it didn't fit properly. Let's try that. That's not going to do much difference. It's just one of those things. Straight, no snapping. Oh, I'll take it. I will take it. And that worked much better. Just that one little adjustment, just that tiniest little bit of an adjustment, let us set this thing up the way that we want it to. Alright, so now what we need is, this is where it goes absolutely bonkers, is we want to bring some right hand kind of coming down around to the left hand, and then the left hand coming down and around to that guy, maybe? No, it would go this way. Oh boy, we're gonna have to think about that. For now, let's just focus on getting these guys taken care of. 2-lane road with trees. Yeah, let's keep it straight without snapping. And get it in as close to that as we can. That works. And then we'll do something similar. No, we'll do a little bit closer. That wasn't a little bit closer. This will be a little bit closer. There we go. And what about this guy? A little bit closer. How are we doing for money? We're doing actually quite good for money. $262,000. We've never had that much at one time. So that's good. If we keep this up, we'll be millionaires in no time. Just don't tell the people of the city that we're keeping all the money for ourselves. There we go. Now, this is where it gets a little bit cheeky. I'm gonna go. And the one ways, back to the one ways. Like so. Like so. And like so. And that guy. And then we want to continue with the 2-lane with trees. Like so. Yes, that's what we want. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but it's better than your standard T-junction or your, 4-way stop kind of scenario. And if we're careful how we lay it out up here, we'll still have some good-sized lots in there. I don't like doing too much any more than I feel is necessary, because it breaks up the size of the lots, and then you don't get this spectacular looking skylines, so to speak. That's not what we want. We want the one way coming off this way, and the one way coming off this way. Is that no? It's not gonna let me. What about like that? No. Oh, I thought I saw a glimmer of light. Nope. Wow, that's just like absolutely not. You're not setting that up here, pal, chum. That one's not gonna work. That one's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. So we got the 3 in the middle, just aren't gonna work. Bastards. It's not really what I want, but if that's the only way we're going to be able to make it work, then that's what we have to do. Still isn't going to work. And then if we really wanted to go crazy, we could have this left-hand dealio going that way. But I don't think we want to go that crazy. I think we just want to finish filling it out here, and then later on, we can monitor and see if we need to make changes for traffic density up in this area here. This area here went together the way that I wanted it to, so I'm not too worried about that. So we're going to do the... again, build more residential zone. Does it not look like I'm building residential zone? Actually, let's do water. We'll extend our water, our life-giving water, out that way. And then we can carefully... Nope. Carefully. Nope, too far. Here. That'll do. Set it up like so, and then this guy, we're just gonna bring him down to fill in that spot, and then this guy will carefully, yeah, that looks okay, all the way down, and this guy, last but not least, a little too far over. We'll do one more. There we go, nice and tidy. And to try and keep the people happy, we're going to do this high density all the way across. It's okay if it's a mess right now because it won't be for long. Get it all zoned in, and then people can start building houses and moving in while we're finishing the other half of the area. And hopefully, that'll get people off our backs about residential for a little while. We're going to have to keep a very close eye on electricity, especially with all the extra industrial we're going to be putting in, and all the large service buildings that we just put in. The university, the fire station. We put in a giant fire station. I kind of did that off to the side, and people were quite pleased with us. This guy. To supplement the fire protection, you can see now, we've got dead people, we've got garbage issues. We just made it to a small city, population 10,000. So we can build the hydropower plant in the river, now that we own both sides of the river. Cargo train terminal and a train station, so that we can set up, hopefully, a train line back and forth between the industrial area and the commercial stuff. That would be kind of neat. High-tech housing, all kinds of different policies that we could implement. The train, and probably a chunk of extra money. We're up to $500,000. That's kind of neat. But we have to take a look at this garbage situation. I will do that in the next episode. We're going to take a look at the garbage. We're going to finish zoning our industrial area. We will just double check all of our services here so that we're not leaving anything completely neglected. You can see we've got dead bodies all over the damn place. And then we'll start in down here. We'll zone in our new industrial areas, and we will start getting people some jobs so they can afford all these expensive housing that we're putting in. I hope you're enjoying the series. Please leave your comments and feedback. If you want to be notified when I add new videos, you can subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on social media. Links for that are in the information section below the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.